Hey guys, it's Girl Got Game. Welcome back to Hakuoki Edo Blossoms, and we're gonna do SUSUMU's Unrequited Love Ending. So we're in Chapter 4, with low romance and low corruption. And we got a couple different options to pick. So the first one is this one, talking about dear old dad. And this time we're gonna say, he's no longer my father, even though that is never the case for poor Chizuru. Here we go. See if Yamazaki buys it. You know, I realized something at Itabashi. The man I used to recognize as father is gone. His smile, his laugh, all of it had been forced. I think the man he used to be died a long time ago. That is why I'm determined to fight. I no longer see him as my father.
I see.
Interesting. Okay. Not a lot happened there. He wasn't like, man, how strong you've become, which is sad. The kinky kiss is still a go. That stays the same, so we still get our smooches. And then the next choice is different as well. And then we wait and see how heart-wrenching and tear-jerking this ending will be. I've cried twice in this game so far. This might be number 3. Let's find out. Yeah, you should totally use your fury powers, man. What could go wrong? My mind was flushed with stressful thoughts. More than anything, our emphasis needed to be upon ensuring victory in these drastic circumstances. Father cannot be allowed to succeed. Amagiri mentioned that fury powers had no place in human conflict, that somehow they were an affront to him and to our country. However, I find that to be more of a reason to use them. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and we'd be foolish to give ourselves a disadvantage.
I agree. If at all possible, I would like to avoid using them. However, I must accept the darkness within.
Alright, Riku. There we go. Hopefully him using his fury powers doesn't mean, like, Amagiri or Kazuma puts an end to him. Because I will not be a happy camper if that is the case. I'm not going to be happy about this either way, but I'm going to be even less happy. Alright, still chopping at my arm. Okay. Now's the time. I'll be okay! Forget about me! You handle my father! I saw the glint of hesitation twinkle in Yamazaki's tender eyes as he saw the Furies closing in on me. Considering my lack of prowess in battle, I, too, knew that I couldn't keep the Furies at bay for long. But thankfully, it hadn't come to that.
Koi!
Yamazaki made his decision swiftly, racing towards me with a fervor in his wistful face. He couldn't leave it to her. Interesting. In an instant, crimson filled his eyes and his hair became a stark shade of white. Unfortunately, the poison on his arms hadn't quite worn off, making his arm movement sluggish. Only through sheer force of will could he move.
Whoa!
Yamazaki howled as he yanked the scalpel driven into his shoulder from his bleeding flesh. Then I couldn't help but cover my mouth in shock. Yamazaki's eyes glowed ominously, and like a beast attacking its prey, he struck Father in the larynx with the used scalpel. Dang!
Go!
There was no need to verify if Father survived. Man, that was efficient. As soon as Father's body hit the floor with a thud, Yamazaki leapt towards me, angrily hacking at the Furies beside me until they were a mess of limbs. As other Furies became privy to the scent of fresh blood, Yamazaki made short work of them, bouncing atop the hall's tables to sever their exposed heads. What? That did not go at all the way I was expecting it to go. Okay. How much further is this gonna go? I'm scared. By the end of the skirmish, he was drenched in blood, slaughtering his enemies with aplomb. Yamazaki turned to look at me, battered and drained, and we quietly walked out of the castle. Don't trust this music. Our steps echoed in the halls of Shirakawa Castle, and as we made our exit, we were greeted with a large, incandescent ray of moonlight through the clouds. Yamazaki let out a calm sigh and walked towards a knoll to the castle's left, leaning his back against an old tree.
Oh.
Are you okay, Yamazaki?
In all honesty, my mind and body are exhausted. Is it okay for me to rest just a little bit?
Of course. The battle is over. I followed after him, tilting my head up towards the blank face of the moon. I swear he better not just turn to dust right beside this tree while she's looking up at the sky. I will lose it. It was an engulfing light, warming without the heat, but soothing to the eyes. Moonlight wrapped us like a blanket, sheltering us from the atrocities we had just recently seen.
I hope that my actions honored the Shinsengumi's name.
Of course they did. You stopped my father, and now the Shinsengumi won't have to fight against Furies. All they have to do is beat forwards, continuing their fight so long as they still can.
I see. How nice. We must report to Commander Hijikata that the deed has been done.
His eyelids drooped slowly, and with his chin he pointed towards a trail leading towards the forest. I wonder why he's still in Fury form. Like, he's still white hair and red eyes.
The Shinsengumi should be arriving just through that pass under there. Would you mind telling them how things unfolded for me?
Huh? Why don't you want to do it, Yamazaki?
Apologies, but I can't move just yet. As far as I can tell, you'll be safe from any intruders, so I shall rest here waiting for you.
I swear if he knows he's dying and he's like, yeah, I'm good, I just need to rest. If you could just go over that hill where you can't see me, that would be great. Dude, I will kill you. Myself. I'll bring you back to life to kill you for doing that to me. Okay. Just wait here and I'll make sure that they bring you some treatment, okay? Just take deep breaths. I nodded, standing up towards the direction that Yamazaki had pointed me. But I was fretful, unable to shake my despair. An unsettling chill brushed my cheeks from the mountain air, and I turned to glance at Yamazaki. Dude, is your knee disappearing? Dude, is your knee disappearing? Your knee suspiciously looks like it's disappearing. Why do you get up? You've got the crack. Oh no, look. Why do you have a picture too? Oh no, look how did you not realize his skin was cracked, girl? Oh no. I caught sight of a faint smile forming in the corner of his lips, illuminated by moonlight.
I was hoping you wouldn't look around. You really are a troublemaker, aren't you?
Yamazaki? For some reason, his eyes went blank, a gesture of fragility that inspired fear inside of me. My chest tightened, feeling like a dull knife was being pressed against it, and as I took one step back towards him, he motioned me to stop.
Please, keep going. I wish for your lasting memory to be a fond one.
Once more, he meekly curled his lips into a grin. A gust of wind bit my soft cheeks. That was so fast. That was so fast! I stood there speechless, listening to the whistle of wind through the tall grass as I stared at Yamazaki.
Farewell, Chizuru.
The traces of moonlight glowing in Yamazaki's wistful eyes faded, and so had the life inside of them. He was kissed by the moon, underscored by the harrowing battle only hours beforehand. It's really weird for him to just be gone, though. It's just... They should have waited, maybe? I don't know. This is kind of a weird picture to have associated with his inner thoughts. Yamazaki. Without realizing it, hot tears formed in the back of my eyelids, streaming down my face before being carried by the twilight winds. Then, darkness. Overcast clouds gathered above us, casting a shadow over Yamazaki's resting body. Nothing else mattered to me. I waited idly, watching the time slip from my fingers as the wind settled. That's weird. Why is he just gone? I assumed it was like he said bye and the wind went like poof, and he was just dust in the wind. But everything there was like his body was still there? I'm so confused. That was sad. I think I would have been a lot sadder. If I didn't have the confusion, I would have been a lot sadder during that. I was just like, wait a minute, wait. This is not correlating with the picture. I am so suspicious, though. Did Susumu and Soji have some kind of unspoken contract of, like, we're totally going to cameo in each other's roots, and we're also the only boys that have an unrequited love death CG? Because nobody else has the death CGs. The death CGs really add a lot to making you sad in this game, I feel. Especially in Soji's. Like, seeing the light leave it, like, that all made sense. Again here, it talks about the light leaving his eyes, but you don't see it in this one, because he's just gone in the trees there. I'm like, is my picture bugged? Was that intentional? Am I missing something? What a sneaky boy, though, trying to get her to leave so that he could just die by this tree. Oh, the cracks, though. I'm glad we did Sanon's route first, because if we had done this before, I would have been like, what the heck are those cracks? What's going on with that? That was really interesting. And that's why you don't use your Fury powers. Also, shout out to Amagiri and Kazuma for not being the ones to do the death blow. I can't believe he just stuck the poison scalpel in Dad's neck. And that was it. So quick. It was drawn out so much longer. Okay, I just have to know. For my own sanity, I have to know. Is there something bugged with my picture? He's just gone. That is so weird. Okay. That's a really weird second picture. If he had actually turned to dust, I would have been like, okay, makes sense. But otherwise, I just... Strange. Sad, though. Definitely sad. Love the picture, too. The first picture was... great. Lots of despair with the cracks and stuff. And it ended so abruptly, too. Anyway, we did it. That wasn't as painful as I thought it was going to be, or it had the potential to be, so... Yay! I guess now we get to move on to the bad endings, guys, so hopefully I'll see you over there.